Hello MRH. This video will show you how to run the budget development reports for fiscals 23 and 22. Once you've navigated to Alio Intelligence, click on the Log On button. Then click on the Documents tab. Come down here to Folders. Double-click MRH. Double-click MRH Custom. Then double-click Budget Reports. Inside the Budget Reports folder, you'll find Budget Development 22.1 and 23.1. There really is no difference between these two other than the filter it's using for the scenario, but I'll show you more about that in a second. So the first thing you'll want to do is run last year's budget development report. And you'll want to do this so that you have a reference point for everything that you budgeted for in the prior year, or actually in this case this year. But we are preparing next year's budget, so this year's will be the reference. So once you double click that, the report will run. It will ask you which scenario you want to use, and we always start with the fiscal year followed by A. So since we're running it for the current year, we are in fiscal 22, so this is fine, set for you, ready to go. Click OK. Now it takes mine a few more seconds to run than it will yours, just because of the accounts that I have access to as compared to yours. But that's fine. If you are one of those people that has multiple departments and you want to filter this down to show just a segment of the accounts that you're responsible for, over here on the left-hand side, click on the icon with the green checkbox. That will bring up a listing of all of the departments. So I will check on the technology department. So let me do that a little slower. I deselected all of the departments. Your list won't be this long, I promise. Select the department that you want to filter by, then click OK. Now you can see that we have only technology accounts selected. So most people like to download these and look at them as a PDF, or download them and print them, whatever makes sense to you. Just come up here to this little icon. I think it looks like a pizza box with an arrow coming out of it. Just click on that. This should already be set to PDF, but if it's not for some reason, choose PDF, then click OK. Then we're going to open with Preview by default. I find that that's the easiest. And let me move this into the window here so you can see. Then it will print for you as a PDF, and then you can also run this off on a printer. Everything that you're looking at on the screen. Sometimes the page breaks do get a little off. You can see here that this account doesn't have a number, but if you go to the prior page, you see that it put it here at the bottom. And that's the case on a lot of these things. Okay, so this will give you a good reference point that you can use so that you're not budgeting for something that you intended to purchase this year or already have purchased for this year. Last January was a long time ago, so this is a good reminder. Okay, I'm going to go back to Alio Intelligence now. I'm going to close this report. Also in the Budget Reports folder is Budget Development 23.1. This is the report that's filtered specifically for fiscal year 23. So after you enter data into the Budget Manager, you will run this report to view the results. Double-click to open. See how it says 22A? Click on that one time, hit the Over button, then click on Refresh Values. Click on 23A, send it over to the right column here, then click OK. Now, the trick with this report is that it will only produce results for accounts in which you've entered data. So you can see here in the fiscal 23 budget, the only account that I've put items in is the elementary tech supplies. So therefore, this is the only one that comes out. If you run this report before you use Budget Manager entry to key in your budget, this report will be blank. So that's just a little warning. If you're getting a blank report, it's likely because you have not entered anything into it yet. Now, I told you that I was going to show you a little trick. Here's the trick. Every time you hit this refresh button right here, it brings up this prompt box that will ask you which fiscal year you want to run. So if you want to run fiscal 22 instead of fiscal 23 from this very same report, just do the exact same process. Grab the 23, kick it out, come over here to the 22A, move it in, then click OK. Awkward wait time. There we go. And then you'll see that this is the same information that we used for the review from the previous report. So I changed the titles of the reports just to keep everyone straight, but in reality, all you have to do is change the scenario number when you refresh it, and you can use the same report for any fiscal year. So that's a good point to mention for some of you newer principals that may have not been here very long, and you want to see longitudinally over time. You could also run this for fiscal 21 if you'd like. Move that over, click OK. So if you're looking for a historical context as it relates to budgets and what has been budgeted for in the past, this is a good way for you to do that. Okay, this is all there is to it. And again, anytime you want to export these, you can always click on the pizza box and click PDF, click OK, open with preview, and it'll kick this nice PDF out for you. All right, let us know if you have any questions. Thank you.